y buenos días. Welcome to your course, tu curso de español. El curso se llama Pasos. I'm the teacher, soy profesora, soy la profesora who will guide you through this. You have now completado section 1A, which talked about buenos días, me llamo Ruth, ¿qué tal? Mucho gusto. And now we are on to section 1B, which is called profesiones y presentaciones, jobs and presentations. La primera actividad, actividad 8, is a listening exercise. So you need CD1, track 8, and you are just listening to the people present themselves. The photos in the book show you who they are and have the text, so you can read that. Make a note of la pronunciación and think maybe about what these things mean. Pause the video and do that now. Bien. So you had things like soy estudiante, and you can look in the vocabulario al final de la unidad, at the end of the unit, page 17, to find that estudiante is a student, if you hadn't guessed. Arquitecto is an architect. Claro, mecánico. You know what that means. It just put an O on the end. Recepcionista. They just put an A on the end. Yo soy profesora. I am a teacher. See? Yo soy profesora. What I'd like you to do is read the box about gramática on página 5, on page 5. And it tells you about the verb ser, which is to be. Soy means I am. Eres means you are, and that's the informal you are. And it could also mean are you. So, eres profesor, you're a teacher. Eres profesor, are you a teacher? Es, es is the next word, means is, he is or she is. So es profesor means he is a teacher or she is a teacher. Es profesor means is he a teacher? Es profesora means is she a teacher? And usted, the formal word for you, uses es as well. So, usted es profesor? Are you a teacher? Perdón. Next on the page, it gives you the pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. They mean I, you, he, she, and you again. The word she is the one to notice for la pronunciación, because it's got a double L, it's ella. Okay? Then we've got some profesiones that change, depende if the person is male or female. So we have camarero for waiter, camarera for waitress. All the time in Pasos, anything that's not translated, have a look en el vocabulario at the end of the chapter. Finalmente, in that box that I want you to read all the way through and try and make sense of as much as you can. Finalmente, it says, where we say en inglés, I'm a teacher, en español, in that particular sentence, a isn't translated. So I don't say soy una profesora, I say soy profesora. Read that box, pause this video and read that box now. Bien. Actividad 9 on página seis. La idea is you've got some vocabulario, 6 profesiones, and you're matching those profesiones to the pictures and the little gap fill sentences on that left hand side of página 6. Pause this video and do that now. Bien. So you have, I don't know los ejemplos, but you have Jamie es profesor, Angela es doctora, things like that. And you're getting used to that word es, meaning is. Okay? Actividad 10 es un poco más complicado. Actividad 10 gives you a big lista de vocabulario. It's all at the end of the chapter. But what they ask you to do is to sort it out. They say ordena las profesiones. That means sort them out. And the way they want them, the way that Pasos wants you to sort that lista de vocabulario is according to the type of word it is, the sound of the word. So the first group is words that end in O or A for a woman. Like camarero is waiter and camarera is waitress. So it ends in an O or an A. So find all the words that end in an O or an A. El segundo grupo is the words that end in OR and add an A if it's a woman. So profesor if it's a man, profesora if it's a woman. And I could give you más ejemplos, like me, I'm a presenter, so soy presentadora. And I'm an author, so soy autora. Okay. The third group ends in ante, so you've got estudiante, and it doesn't change whether it's a man or a woman. So can you find more ejemplos of that? And I'll give you one more. A singer is un cantante. So, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Shakira es una cantante. And the fourth group, el cuarto grupo, that's the fourth group, is words that end in ista, like recepcionista. So there are a few of those. Otro ejemplo es futbolista, and it doesn't change. It always ends in ista, whether it's a man or a woman. A futbolista is a footballer, by the way. Pause the video and sort those words out into those groups now. Bien. Now the only one that I really want to draw attention to, presuming that you have checked the meaning of them on page 17, the only one that I want to draw attention to from Actividad 10 is the word for engineer, which is ingeniero. Ingeniero. Whenever you get a G and an E together, it makes a he sound. So general, spelt exactly the same in Espanol, is general. Argentina, spelt exactly the same way in Espanol, is Argentina. So I think of our little chicken who's called Tina. Argentina. Okay, so engineer, ingeniero. Make sure you can say that word. Ingeniero. Bien. Actividad 11 is using the pictures from that page where you've got Maria and Pepe. You have a dialogue for each pair of people, but only one of those dialogues is given to you by the book, the one between Maria and Pepe. You have to write, escribir, and then read aloud the dialogues for the other two, the dialogues for Maria Teresa and Juan and Carmen and Eduardo. So pause the video and do that. Actividad 11, which is 11, do that now. Bien. Actividad 12, which is 12, it says read and study. So we have a slightly strange couple of dialogues where they're saying something along the lines of soy profesora, me llamo Ruth, soy profesora, y tú qué eres? Now that qué eres, that's a bit strange. Y tú just means and you. ¿Qué eres is what are you? What are you? Soy profesora. What are you? I think it's a bit strange. En inglés y en español. But don't worry. The word que means what, and eres is are you informally. And when we're saying what, que, es, to a person, that's más formal. Okay, so I'd like you to read those in Actividad 12a and pause this video. Bien. For Actividad 12b, 12b, pardon, you're practicing the words soy, I am, eres, you are, and es, this time meaning he is or she is. So you need to try and make that dialogue in 12b make sense by putting in the words soy, I am, eres, you are, or es, he is or she is. Just remember that eres can be a question, are you? And es can be a question, is he, or is she? So try and make sense of that by putting in those words. Pause this video and do that now. Bien. Now, you've got the key to los ejercicios in your course pack. So I would like you to check your answers for Actividad 12. If you have any questions ever about anything, just write to me, ruth@spanglishfantastico.com, and I can help you. Okay? Soy profesora, and I'm here to help you. Read the box that says atención. It's got información. It's got another way to ask what's your job. ¿Cuál es tu profesión? Tu meaning your, or ¿cuál es su profesión? Su meaning your, and that's just an informal formal thing. And next we're on to Actividad 13, which is a great exercise. I love it because it's presenting people. So we've got Juan and we've got Maria. Okay. Hola Juan. Hola Juan. Esta es Maria. Now I use esta for the word for this because Maria is a girl finger. Mucho gusto, Maria. Bien. Maria, yo me llamo Ruth y este es, did I say Pepe? Pepe or Juan, it was one of them. We'll call him Pepe. Maria, este es Pepe. Hola Maria, mucho gusto, buenos días. Okay, so esta es for a woman, este es for a man. Read and listen to El Diálogo, track 9, página 7. Pause this video and do that now. Bien. And you'll also see at the bottom of that page, page number 7, you'll see that when we're presenting somebody with their surname, we're going to say, esta es, here's Maria, we'll call her Maria Gonzalez. Esta es la señora Gonzalez. So we're saying the lady Gonzalez, la señora Gonzalez. Y este es el señor Perez. Okay, so the Mr. Perez. El señor Perez. Bien? Let's move on. Actividad 14. 14 is 14. On página 8. It's a reading activity and a writing activity. Leer y escribir. Escribir comes from the same Latin root that gives us scribe and scribble, escribir. La idea is you've got a name, un nombre y una profesión for these 6 people. So you're going to say, se llama Ruth y es profesora. That's what you're writing. Okay, so that's the first part of la actividad. 6 sentences. Se llama Ruth y es profesora. Pause the video and do that now. Bien. La segunda parte de actividad 14. All these little steps, pasos. La segunda parte de actividad 14 is reading the texts, because there's more in those texts, isn't there? So you read the texts and I want you to focus on what you do understand. So when he's saying he's playing the guitar, you see the word guitarra and you recognize that. So you're looking for the words you recognize, and then you can make guesses about some of the other words. Toco la guitarra. That could mean I play the guitar. So I want you to focus on what you do understand. So read those texts and have a guess at what some of the words mean. The bits that you don't understand, no importa, ignore them. Pause the video and do that now. Bien. Make sure that you visit the site spanglishfantastico.com. Make sure that you are copying down what you have learned in English. So just a basic postcard that says the word for to be, I am, he is, you are. Maybe 5 different jobs, and then maybe you can build it up. Maybe you can build up to 10. So maybe you've got profesor, camarero, arquitecto, ingeniero, the engineer, and maybe mecánico. And maybe then you can add to that. So have that on your postcard of what you can do. And you should be able to say, this is Mr. Gonzalez and this is Mrs. Perez. Okay? And you should be able to say, he's called Juan and he's a mechanic. Come back once you've learnt those things, once you've had them for a day and your brain's had time to let them settle. Come back and do section 1C. Because you're learning Espanol, you've got to keep going. You want this goal. You can get it, but you know there's only one way to do it, and that is to put in the work. You're a serious language learner. I congratulate you for your decisions. Keep going, and I'll see you soon. Hasta muy pronto. Adiós.